everyone, so today we're going to talk about ionic and covalent compounds and their properties. So first, let's start with ionic. Okay, so ionics are formed between a cation and an anion, also known as a metal, and a nonmetal. So as a result, these bonds are much stronger because they're formed by gaining and losing electrons. So whereas covalent, they're formed between a nonmetal and another nonmetal. For example, C4P10 or tetracarbon decaphosphide. Okay, so as a result, because they share electrons, their bonds are much weaker than ionic. So that's a very important thing to note, is that covalent bonds are much weaker than ionic bonds. Another thing, ionic bonds are hard, brittle salts. And because they are hard, brittle salts, they are able to dissolve in water for the most part. But there are some things that are going to form precipitates, and you're going to learn about those when you talk about reactions, and compounds like AgCl, for example, will not dissolve. But most ionic compounds will dissolve in water. Covalents, a lot of them are in liquid gas state often, such as NH3, common gas, SO3, sulfur trioxide. Those are both common gases. So those are also both covalent compounds. Covalent compounds, the solids, when they create solids, they're usually very soft. They never create salts or anything. So they sort of dissolve sometimes, but not really. So going back to ionic, because they have charges, they have positive and negative charges. And when they dissolve in water, those charges will break apart into many different ions. So as a result, they'll conduct electricity when dissolved in water. That's an important thing to note about ionic compounds. But covalent compounds, they will never conduct electricity because they don't have those positive and negative charges. They're simply formed by sharing electrons. And another thing to note that's an important difference is ionic will have very high melting points and covalent will have low melting points. Thanks for watching.